Whoa. There we go. There. There you go. So I'll just have to make 2 more of those for the other side. So now I have to cut some angle bracket to weld into here. There's a piece of scrap. I'm going to cut these off to level to even, but about here, and then another one down here. And they'll only be as long as this. Another section down here, welded along here. And then we'll have a lip out here that we can drill a hole in and grip onto with that camper jack clamp. Then we can lift the whole kit and caboodle up and try to get to those body mounts. Probably don't need a much longer piece. Probably about the same. Probably don't need it to go all the way down. There's no reason for that. Just get the same size. I guess it doesn't really matter that one's exactly the same right length, but I mean, how long does it take to make the cut? I gotta find a little more of that angle. Well, I'm completely out of this angle, but fortunately I cut this extra strip out of that 3/16, so it happens to be the same width, and thickness. So I'm just gonna make another piece of angle by welding one piece of strip of this to another at 90 degrees and make a homemade angle bracket. It is what it is. What it is. Just imagine angle bracket. That'll have to work. Alright, I figured out the alignment of where the angle brackets are going to go. They're going to roll right on this line. That'll keep them 1.5 inches from the from the body of the vehicle, of the Bronco. So, and then this, I've got them lined up so they'll actually be in the same plane. So we don't have one cockeyed off one way or another. They should be fairly straight, plumb to the body, one of the rear part of the body. So I'm just going to get this ready for welding. And the lines I just wiped out are actually 1.5 inches from this scribed line, so I can just remake them with paint or whatever. I just wanted them scribed at that time for just measurement and mock-up. So now I'm ready to weld these first couple of plates together. And then actually I have to transfer these lines to the other plates, to the second set, and then I'll weld them all together. I've marked them in the mirror image of the other side. So we should be able to grind these off, reset the weld the points. I'll just paint a line and then weld the brackets on. No. Alright, so here's our brackets, our first two. I'm gonna test, see if they fit in a few minutes here. So this is my welding rig. It's a Miller-Matic 140. I got it a long time ago. I got it in 2008 when I was restoring my Mustang. It's done a pretty good job. Its maximum is 3/16. I had it set max here. I use a CO2 nitrogen mix. And my plasma cutter is just a cheapo Harbor Freight version that I got from, I bought it off of the marketplace. The guy who sold it said it wasn't, it was not shutting off on him all the time, and I think he was trying to run a production shop with it, and he just didn't have, it was working it too hard. When I used it, I haven't had it shut off on me in the middle of a cut ever, so it was $150, and it works fine for me. It cuts up to 3/16 as well. So it has about the maximum that I need any of these for, so until I get into, heavier equipment or such, these two little machines are pretty much all I need to do most of the jobs I need, plus my little saw and my angle grinder. So That's pretty much in my Harbor Freight. This is a Harbor Freight Central Machinery desktop drill press. It's worked fine for me. I've got it on this chintzy cabinet stand because I need to roll it around, and these cheap Harbor Freight casters are they're just crap. It doesn't take much weight at all to break the studs away from the wheels, so that's why it's kind of why it's rocking, I've discovered. So I need to build a stand that's a little beefier than this, maybe better quality casters. But, oh, and I have an 8-inch grinder. So I used to have the 6-inch grinder, and this one powers through like rust removal and anything I throw at it. It's a heavier, much heavy dutier than the one I had. I burned it out, my other one, because I was doing a lot of rust removal with it, and it just finally burned out the whole grinder because I was constantly overloading it. So that's that tool. And then my other little tool that I like to use for steel work is this little Bauer battery-powered angle grinder. I just got it. I bought a battery adapter from Amazon so that I can use my DeWalt batteries on it. It does a pretty good job, just grinding. I use it with this fiber abrasive disc that lets me just grind, scale off of steel and stuff. Or obviously I could put a cutting disc on it or whatever, but I usually use this one as the rust remover and weld prepper. Alright, so what we're going to do with these is take them over to the Bronco and see if we can fit them on here, and then we'll test fit with jack. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's how they're going to fit. And let's see if this will reach between the two. They're a little bit cattywampus, but not bad. I mean, they're still on the same plane generally, so I think mission accomplished enough. They're I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. So this line is the one I was talking about on the body that I referenced these for, so that they could be on the same plane, so that they're at the same width out and the same distance from this member here. So I think that's just where I want them. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to fit the camper jack onto it and see how that looks. All right. So it looks like we're too low for the upper bracket as it sits, so we're going to have to. These actually have a lot of throw, so we're going to drop our jack handle and then tighten down the bleed screw and then jack them up till they reach. They have about 2 foot of throw, so I'm not really worried that I won't have enough, even if I waste 6 inches trying to get it up to the same level that I need it to be. What's important is that both of these brackets link up with the brackets. Clamps link with the brackets. Alright, so that would go like this. This one would go like this. There we go. So it would look like this. And these would bolt right to the center of the brackets. So this would jack up and lift the whole body off the frame. And I've probably got a good, before it hits the ceiling, I mean, until if I don't take the top off, I probably have a good 8 inches of height I can pull out with these jacks. I'm also going to I'm going to go ahead and get some Harbor Freight 3-wheel dollies to weld or bolt to the feet so that they can be, the entire top can be wheeled around the garage. The entire body could be scooched around like I have them on roller skates, so these would be very similar, where the body and the frame will be able to move around independently on the garage floor as I need to adjust them. So now we just have to drill the holes in the brackets, and I have to weld the angle bracket to the flat plates for the other side of this tailgate section. Let's see, about here I'd say. About, I don't know how much, about that much, let's say. Well, it's actually way less than that. But that's about the area that I'm working at here. Maybe if I take that notch out, it'll just fit fine. Alright, I zinged a little off with the old plasma cutter and then notched it a hair for this little hump right here. Alright, well, there you go, I guess. Let's see. The test. Yep. Yep, that ought to just about do it. So there we go. We have all 4 brackets done. Now we just have to drill the holes for for the jacks, and we're 90% of the way there. Oh, nope. That is not right. Yeesh. Calm down. That's better. Now my center's all off for some reason. There we go. So I attached this piece so that we could use it maybe as a door brace later, like a support brace that would go across a member, like maybe down to the floor here or to the B-pillar. I just figured it was a good opportunity to maybe have two uses for this. These darn plates, they just kind of go into their own little world here, so you can't get to them. So annoying. There we go. I got it. Alright, let's get the other part of it. See if I can bring it in. Nope. Alright, the only way to handle this is by going in and stabbing it somewhere else. Bringing it up to where we can work on it. Here, like that. Like this, maybe. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, like that. Yeesh. That was a hassle. Yeah, ultimately, I want level these out, I think. There we go. There you go. Now we can jack the body up on 4 corners, and I think she'll reply. Yeah. So once these areas are secure down here, so that this and then the nose, the front clip is secure a little better than it is now, so it doesn't sag. Will be good for, I think, lifting the whole body, the whole shell off of the frame. So we'll just do the other 3 now. Finish up, I have to measure out the center holes in the rear mounts. Hook up the right side, the passenger side jack is ready to go. After I drill these holes out. I know I gotta weld that brace in too. And then we're golden. Okay, this is going to be entertaining. Let's see, we got to get this in here, keep it there, while we put this in here, keeping it there. So we're going to use 2 hands to get this started and not put up with any crap. Yeah, like that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Same for this one. Just the safest bet. You know, a guy ought to get in there and replace these A-pillars. Oh, that's what I plan to do. Well, that's good. Yeah, because that's the whole point. All right, then. Sounds like you got a plan. Okay, how far back? Oh dear. we go. Alright, continuing on with the construction of these here brackets. Last we left off, I went ahead and marked the holes where the camper jacks would attach, pinch onto these plates. So what I'm going to do is transfer, I determine center for the width, and then I determine the distance in. So I'm going to go ahead and replicate that on all of the brackets in the same point and on the back, so that so I can drill them from the back side. They're gonna, because it's difficult to drill it like this, you know, flat down on the drill press. I mean, I guess I could if I could do that, but I'm going to go ahead and put them with the face down so I can you know, put the most stress on them if I have to without knocking them out of alignment. Right, so that just leaves the approximate center of each one, which I didn't mark. So about there, I think, will be fine. Then I'll center punch them. Alright, so that's here I'm going to drill. Oh no, what did I do? Oh right, this is the rounded off one. This is the one with the welded edge. So I have to go deeper with this one. Oops. Yep, is what it is. We got all the holes drilled. Now, just bolt them back on. I'm going to probably clean up the holes first with a 90-degree bit. And see how they all fit. Then we'll get on with the camper jacks. Well, I almost forgot to weld these seams on these brackets so that for the back. They're close enough from when I fitted them, so I'm going to go ahead and weld them up permanently now, and hopefully they'll work fine. I'm sure they will. So, but I'm no professional welder, but I play one on YouTube. Well, that first one didn't go well. Obviously screwed up this path. I went and I totally missed the seam the first run, and then I had to go over it again. That was pretty ugly. Yeah, this is not my best work, but then again, a lot of it's not very good work, so it is what it is. I did all right on the rest of them. I think the welds will hold just fine. They're just a little bit ugly. But, you know, I think it's going to do the job. So now it's time to, I've got to grind off where I got crowded the holes, for the mounting holes. I need to go ahead and grind down the welds around those areas with like an angle grinder so that we can actually put bolts in it. So let's do that next. I gotta kick up the air pressure a bit. Is that it? We got you? Yes. There we go. There we go. Now, we've done it. we've got these two and these two. And then, of course, we've got these two. Yeah, and then those two way over there. Let's go over there. Let's just walk over there. It's a long hike, but we can make it. All right, and these two. So now we just have to stick the jacks onto the tabs and start jacking. All right. So we have to first turn off the brakes. Go this way. Yeah, that way. These brackets have to be moved way to the top. Turn them over. All right. And we stick them on there. And then tighten these up. There we go. Now, there we go. It's ready to go. All right, now, next one. So what I like about these jack stands, these camper jacks, is that they have such a long throw. I could like raise them up. I could adjust them to where this is like has how far I want them attached, and then extend the jack a foot down, and then move the body, and then put them down on sawhorses or something like that. So I like that these are really have a lot of play in them, and we'll see if that comes in handy or not. But I just thought it was a neat additional feature of having such a tall jack. Now, jack this side up. Alright. Release the brake. Out of the way. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be, I guess. Alright. Okay. Now let's see how the back goes. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's break it right in half. All right. Let's see. I think it works best if we release this down a bit. And then pop these bad boys out. There we go. Let's see, about here. All right. Okay. well, that's that, I think. So I guess there's nothing left to do but do it. All right, well, here we have it. We got 4 camper jacks, one on each corner of the vehicle. It'll be, I don't know if it'll work, but I know one thing. We're going to have to secure this mess before we start pumping it up. So I need to do some sort of a reinforcement from this fender up to here or something, just a quick dirty little a little bracket or something to hold it up in place, and the same for this other side where this is broken down over here. Probably some little thing from here to here, you know, just to kind of re-weld and re-secure that before I lift it up. So now, well, I'm going to test it though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to test it. You know, we might tweak a little bit of the nose, but I'm going to go for it because, you know, I'm kind of excited to try this out. It's probably going to break everything, and I'll just have to scrap this, throw it into the junkyard. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But oh well, let's get at it. All right, I guess I'm just going to start by doing each one a couple of pumps, real slow. There it is. Okay. That one might need some fluid. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's way off the body. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, well, I'm going to call this an experiment because I want to show you what we've done. All right, let's take a look. Well, we got her a little bit off there, right? I got access to that mount. Looks like it's pretty clear of the frame all the way to the front. They had pretty much already cut away everything, like the brake lines, before I bought this, because they were going to pull this off the frame before I even got it. Then they decided to abandon the project and sell it. But it looks like if I can put these feet on some of these little wheelies, maybe I can slide this bad boy around the shop a little bit, just over top of the frame. Let's see what we got going on in here. Yeah. There's a little bit of room now, but I can go a lot higher. These things go up like a foot or two. And I don't think they're getting too wiggly. So let's shake it. Shake test. I mean, anything's going to break is going to be the body. Yeah. So this is sagging. This is sagging right here. But, you know, that's what I was going to reinforce up here before I actually take it up with any kind of seriousness. This is pretty much just a test for now to see if it's clear. And I think it's going to work. Yeah, and then when I'm done, I'm going to get all these body mounts fixed, these body bushings replaced, and then I'm going to put it back down on them, and then that will give me a stable base so all my reference points are clean, and I can start cutting and then re-welding. So that's it for this part of the project. I doubt you've ever seen anybody do anything this stupid. So stick with me, and you'll see a lot more stupid stuff. Because I'm pretty good at thinking outside the box, but sometimes my box is kind of waterlogged and wrinkly. Made out of cardboard usually. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. So these things go really high.